Hello, good people. Welcome to AP School of Criticism. I am AP Formocon. In AP School of Criticism, we identify the bad, the ugly, the abuses, the controversial issues, the challenges, the injustices, and the social viruses that are affecting the society negatively, and we treat them using criticism. Stay tuned. If Cameroon is suffering from systemic corruption, we don't expect that systemic corruption will only manifest in the police force, in the gendarmerie, in our civil services or administrative institutions, but they also manifest in the electoral process. The fourth chronic virus attacking Cameroon democratic structure is uneven platform for political competitions. What is the definition of this virus? It is giving unequal opportunities to political parties or candidates participating in an election to compete. In case two athletes want to run a 100-meter race, and then one athlete is put 10 meters or 20 meters ahead of the other athlete, how do you expect that the other athlete will be able to catch up? And we know that you win the race by a margin of seconds. What are the manifestations of this virus? Unequal funding of political parties, discriminatory creation of electoral constituencies. You may have electoral constituencies that the population doubles another electoral constituency, but because this one that doubles the other one is found in the stronghold of an opposition political party, it is made just one constituency, while the other one that is found in the stronghold of maybe the ruling party is made into 2, 4, 3 different constituencies. Unequal media coverage of political parties, especially in the public media, biased media coverage of political parties. Most of the time when there are debate and questions to political parties, you can see that the right question to ask a political party that the media is supporting, the public media will not ask those questions. The follow-up questions are not ever asked because they don't want to expose those things. But with the other one, they do everything to expose their weaknesses. They will ask all kinds of questions. So this is what we call biased media coverage of political parties. Causes of the virus. First, anti-democratic laws. It is the law that checks every malpractice. When the law is written in such a way that malpractices are permitted, then the law is responsible for those malpractices. So anti-democratic laws. Then the virus of absorption. And the last one is monopoly. Now the effects of this virus on Cameroon democracy. Number 1, destruction or weakening of the automaticity of the democratic system. Number 2, destruction or weakening of the checks and balances needed to make sure that democracy strives. Therefore, let's move to the fifth virus, which is apathy. What is apathy in this context? This is a mass unofficial boycott of an election by eligible citizens due to their distrust on the body managing elections in their country. In defining what is apathy in this context, acting as a virus, we want to make a difference between two ways elections can be boycotted. Election can be boycotted officially, maybe by a political party as a means of protest, protesting the fact that the election is not free and fair, so they will not be part of that election. So that official boycott is intended to make the result of that election not legitimate, even if somebody won the election. But when citizens who make judgment by themselves and in their heart, in their mind, that electoral process is not free and fair, and they decide without telling any person to boycott the election, that's what I refer to as apathy. When this boycott is massive but unofficial, it is possible that it can seriously affect election results, because usually the party that is manipulating the democratic structure to favor its members normally will be mobilized to go and vote because they already know that they will win the election. But while the other one who think that the structure is not free and fair always are members of the other political parties, and therefore when they silently run out of the race, even though their political leaders are calling upon them to go and vote, they simply give the other party the upper hand. But the issue here is that it is a virus because they are not going out of the race based on their liking. They are going out of the race because something is wrong. There's something in the process, in the structure, that they think that it will not make the election free and fair. So that becomes a virus. What are the manifestations of this virus? Many citizens are not interested to vote, claiming their vote will not change anything. The incumbent leaders always win elections with a very high percentage of votes. As I earlier explained, in a situation where most people who are enthusiastic to go and vote are people who already know they'll win the election. So they will win the election with high margin, because the other ones who are boycotting the elections are boycotting because they already know that the other one will win. Causes of the virus: incredible democratic structures. Democratic structures are not believable, and we saw it when there's absorption, when there's engineered democratic structure, when there's monopoly. All of that helps to make the democratic structure incredible. People don't believe in the system, and so they boycott it. They decide to boycott elections in their heart. They tell nobody, but many people decide not to be part of the election. So I talking to you here, I'm an example. 2, weak or corrupt political parties. And of course, we know our major cause, which is anti-democratic laws. So effects of this virus on Cameroon democracy. The effect is that only members of one political party, especially the political party that has caused the structure to be incredible, will be massively mobilized to go and vote. Members of other political parties will boycott the elections unofficially. Let's move to the 6th virus, which is, as we already mentioned, incredible democratic structures. Incredible democratic structures are defined as managing elections in a way that people have true reasons to doubt the process. Managing the electoral process in a style that creates doubt in the mind of the people. I always give this illustration when I'm talking about incredible structures. If a parent comes back from a journey with bread and then give the senior brother to share it with the junior brother, and the parents maybe enter the house, and then suddenly hear the little brother crying, saying that the senior brother cheated during the sharing of that bread. And the father, upon investigating what really happened, discovered that the bread of the junior brother is even bigger than that of the senior. And so the father is furious and angry. That, well, how can you receive a very big piece of bread, but you are complaining that they cheated on you, and maybe fall on that little boy to beat the little boy, but does not realize that something had transpired in the sharing of the bread. When the senior brother wanted to share the bread, he took the bread and put behind him, then break the bread from behind, and then gave the bigger side, the bigger one, to the smaller brother. So just by the fact that the bread was put behind the hand before it was shared, the smaller brother automatically assumed that it was done like that so that there could be some cheating. So when the structure to check democracy is absorbed, it is engineered, it is monopolized, all of this will make people not believe that that structure can be free and fair, and they have the right to believe like that because they are human beings. If you think that will be free and fair, then the transparency should be very clear, the neutrality should be very clear, the law should be written clearly. The causes, anti-democratic laws, as we know, is the very first thing. The effects, electoral apathy. Many people don't believe in the system, will refuse to go and vote. Case study. You, my audience, living in Cameroon, you can look for case studies with this thing that we are saying here, whether we cannot have thousands of examples that we can give. And let's look at the last virus, which is corruption. Corruption is the possibility for the body in charge of organizing election to manipulate the true outcome of election results. And this corruption takes place at different levels. It starts with the registration of voters, goes to political campaigns, continued during the day of voting, and finally culminates in the announcement of the election results. If Cameroon is suffering from systemic corruption, we don't expect that systemic corruption will only manifest in the police force, in the gendarmerie, in our civil services or administrative institutions, but they also manifest in the electoral process. Case study. One of the electoral laws that the new electoral code of Cameroon has as a way of checking this virus of corruption is the law that members of the political party taking part in election will form the committee in charge of counting the vote, and each of them are supposed to be given a copy of the counted vote after the counting must have been done. I want to say that I have to appreciate this law. This is a very good law, but as we have seen, for an election to be free and fair, it doesn't just need that one aspect to be checked. It needs 1,000 more to be checked to see that the true person that the people want to put in place democratically. Because since people like to corrupt, in their nature is corruption, they will come with big money to bribe even those members of all the political parties that are there, so that they will change the election result. And it was reported to me in a particular village where I was during the election that some opposition political party members who were offered a very big amount of money decided to accept the money, claiming that they cannot die for the party without anything to gain. So they took the money and did a false counting, which means that we have to move ahead to put in place structures that can forbid those things from happening in the first place. And we already mentioned about an electoral body which is pro one political party, which means that in the stronghold of an opposition party, the registration of vote of people who are supposed to vote may not be serious. They may not take it seriously. And while in the stronghold of the ruling party, they may do everything to register everybody. And so you see that just the registration itself is biased. These are the viruses that the Cameroon democratic structure is facing. Dear viewers, today we are completing our lesson on how viruses attacking Cameroon democracy can attack Cameroon democracy at 4 levels, which are attacking the democratic person, 2 attacking the democratic theory, 3 attacking the democratic society, and 4 attacking the democratic structure. So for us to claim that we have put in place measures to adequately check electoral malpractices, we have to check it from these 4 levels. And in my next video, we will be focusing on what can we do to stop these viruses affecting Cameroon's democracy. So stay tuned to this channel and remain blessed.